welcome to Woodley's World. I am Woodley, and as you can see by my background, I have my two guests here. I'm gonna call this one Ronald, and this one is Stacy and Ronald. And the little audiences that I have back here. So, because it's October, Spooktober, whatever you want to call it, I decided that I would dress up. I know it doesn't look like much, but if you know the title of this video, I dressed as the character. And I want you to guess which character I dressed as. And I'm not saying like I dressed as her, like in that time. It's a remix. Obviously, I can't get no clothes from that time. But it's a remix of that character, like what she would wear in the year 2020. So, let me stand up. Okay, let me fix it. Can't be getting demonetized on YouTube. Okay, so this is probably what she will wear. Some shorts, a little crop top looking thing. The hair would be curled, but I was lazy, so sorry. But yeah, so guess who I would be? And another thing, if the setup looks a little bit different, for some reason my camera is going through some stuff. So we are filming off of my iPad right now. So yeah, got that all out of the way. Guess what character I am, and then by the time I get to the show, I will tell you. But this week, we visited yet another place. And this time, I was feeling like some burgers. I was feeling like, I don't know, I just needed some kind of fulfilling dinner. I don't know. But I felt like burgers for some reason. Probably because I watch a lot of Bob's Burgers. And that's probably why I wanted burgers. So I went up to mixed up burgers. And I got 3 things from them. I got the Texan, which let me read off what it has on here. It's a chili rub Angus beef burger with cheese, bacon, topped with pulled pork, barbecue sauce, chipotle ranch slaw, and it's supposed to be open face, but I didn't know about that, so I asked for a top bun. And then I got, let me show you, hold on. You probably can't see as much. Let me take it out. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh crap. See? Can you see it? Yeah, so there's that. I got an order of fries, and then I got a strawberry lemonade. I was gonna get funnel cake fries, but that location didn't have it, which is fine. So we just have dinner. We don't have dessert. Sorry. So let's start. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the burger. Well, you know, I'll put the fries right next to it. I'm gonna take the burger out. Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought the pulled pork with the slaw, with the bacon and all that, I thought that would be too much, but I didn't want to take the pulled pork out because I want to know, like, how does it taste all together. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me cut it because I'm sorry. I can't. Oh gosh. Okay, no cutting this. No cutting this because it's all coming out. You know what? We're going to take the big first bite. Okay, let me see my grace. Okay. Woo. This is big. This is huge. Probably almost the size of my face. Okay, let's go.
The next day.
I'm not chewing my food like 1,000 times. It's just with the pulled pork. It's very chewy. But I will say, this is a good burger. It is really good. Let me try the fries. Let me show you the fries. I mean, they're regular fries, but fries. Yeah, regular fries. That is one good burger. Honestly, I am not kidding you. The fries this season, I like my fries skinny. I don't like thick cut fries. I really don't. You get too much potato, and then I don't know the right potato to ketchup ratio. And I'll be going through it trying to figure out how to get that right, because if it's not right, I'm not gonna like it. But the fries is good. The burger is good. And even like the pulled pork, like, even though it's chewy, it's good. Like, I'm sorry, but wow. I don't taste as much as the coleslaw, and then I don't taste as much as the cheese. Yeah, I don't taste the coleslaw or the cheese. But overall, when you bite into the burger, it's a good burger. I don't know how it would be if it was open faced without a top bun, but whatever. Price. Forgot about the price. Okay, so the Texan burger was $10, but just a disclaimer, for the top bun, it's an extra 50 cents. So it was $10.50. The drink was $2.50 $2.75 because for strawberry flavor, I guess it's 75 extra cents. I don't know. And then for the fries, because all of this is a la carte, it's not a combo meal, it's not McDonald's or whatever. This was $3. So if I'm good at math, which I am not, this should come out to, wow, this is simple math. Somewhere around 15, 17, 19, whatever. Moving on though. Good. And let me try this. A little bit spilled on the table already. Honestly, it just tastes like lemonade. I don't even taste the strawberry. I paid 75 cents and I can't even taste the strawberry. It's not too sweet. It's a little, you can taste the sourness of the lemon. I've had better strawberry lemonade from Wendy's. Honestly, it's the right amount of sweet, right amount of strawberry, right amount of lemonade. So the strawberry lemonade is a no for me, but these two is a freaking yes. Let me move this over because this is just the thing. So now going straight to the title of this video, we are going to talk about Lovecraft Country. I did not know that I was going to go down the path that I did going into it. Because one thing I will say, you never see black people in the spotlight of these sci-fi dramas, whatever. Like, yeah, you'll probably see a sprinkle of black people here and there, but you won't see like an actual main character of a black person. You can say Stranger Things, but come on now, let's be for real. He did not, even though I didn't watch it, I'm pretty sure, 100% sure he was not the top main character of the show. So in this, all you got is white people. And I am sorry to the white people out there, but goodness gracious, when I watched that, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it was like, wow, that was really out here doing this to these people. And even though, of course, you know, this isn't like fantasy. These are actually not, I'm not saying like it's based off of real events, no. But the way that people act back then, the way people act now, it's not too much of a change. If you go inside the wrong neighborhood, especially in Atlanta, you probably would get the same, I guess, welcoming that these people got in different neighborhoods as well. That's just, it is what it is. But again, going back to like the characters, we start off with Atticus, we have his uncle George, we have Letitia, excuse me, and then we have their father. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm on episode 8, but I'm just gonna talk about episode 1 because that's where I was like, do I really want to watch the show or do I not? Because I was seeing on TikTok and they was always talking about, you know, what was going on, how did they feel, and I was like, is this show that good? Like, people love that show. And let me just say, I love the show now. Like, I freaking love the show. I'm actually glad that I was able to wait, because I hate watching shows like week by week because you always gotta wait and wait and wait. So I'm glad I waited it all out, and all I gotta do is worry about 10 and we're good, because I basically binged it. And like, well, because I had other things going on, it was like 3-4 days, but I binged it. And so we are going to start with the first episode. I forgot to title up the first episode, but we're gonna start with the first episode. So, we start off with Atticus, and he is traveling to Chicago, and he's on the bus, and there's this old lady. And wait, hold up, let's back all the way up. We did not start there. That was like a minute later. Let's start with the very first thing we saw, which was like a galaxy and a war, and like this lady from the spaceship came down. We got a good not Smokey Robinson. We got the baseball player, Freak. What is his name? You know I know his name. Freak. I will have it somewhere. But we got him. We got Spartans playing in the background. We got so much in this one clip, and I did not know what was going on. I was like, is this real? Is this like a alternate universe? Like, what is it? And as we kept going, as we kept seeing it, I guess he was walking. He started off as an army vet, whatever, fighting in the war, and then he came up to the alien lady. It was a whole lot. Then we end up on the bus because we found out it was a dream. And that's when we saw an older lady on the bus as well. And the bus had stopped. Like, it had broke down. Now, here's where I was like, are we doing this now? They did not hold back the racism in the first episode. I mean, who like... It's hard to hold back your racism and Jim Crow, sadly. I mean, not even holding it back, it just shouldn't exist, but whatever. So they started right off the bat with it. The bus broke down, they got off, but the old lady was trying to get her stuff, and like all these other white people, again, I'm a disclaimer, in this show, I do not like white people in real life. I like a lot of white people. Just not the racist ones. And the ones with microaggressions. So, you know who you are. Sorry. Anyway. So, the white people were just getting their luggage. They were going about their day, like just waiting on another truck to come. And he got off the bus and he saw the old lady trying to get her stuff. And he was like, nobody else gonna help? I guess I will. So, he helped her. And we saw another truck come. Now, Is it just me, or can y'all not eat a burger if you don't have fries? Leave it down in the comments below, because I can't. If I don't have fries, I can't enjoy the burger as I would if I did. Okay, so she's and we saw a truck coming. Okay. Now, once the people got out of the truck, we automatically knew Atticus and the old lady was not going to get on the truck. It was two white dudes. They already showed him the look like you not getting on. Which again, I'm sorry, Tangent. I just don't see how people can hate you by the color of your skin. Like you never met them, you don't know their name, don't even know their favorite color, their favorite food, where they're from, and you just don't like them because of the color of their skin. I don't know. Something about that is very simple-minded, and the brain can't calculate why people do that. Anyway, so him and the old lady had to walk to Chicago. And as they was walking, the old lady was asking him about the book that he was reading and, you know, what was going on. And he was talking about an ex-soldier that was in the book. And the old lady was, I guess he told her that he was an ex-Confederate soldier. And she was like, that can't be forgiven. He can't be the lead because you still did something bad. And so that's what happened while they were walking to Chicago. So now we get to Chicago with Atticus, and he is coming through the window. Diana is the little girl who is the daughter of George, and George is married to Hippolyta. So she sees him through the window. They have a whole big greeting. Mind you, George and Hippolyta is getting it in the background, like in the in the other room, and Diane heard it, and she was like, "Ugh, can't do that one. Let's go to the kitchen because we can't hear what's going on in there." So they meet Atticus, and they're happy that he's back. But the reason that Atticus is back is because he got a letter from his dad. Now, the thing with his dad, oh, I forgot his name just that quick. What is his name? Oh. I don't know his name. Wow. Well, whatever his name is, he went missing. He usually goes to this bar. He's always there, but one day he just upped and left. Now George didn't tell Atticus because he I guess that's not out of the ordinary. I guess the father leaves a lot anyway, so he didn't tell Atticus. Atticus found out through the letter that his father sent him. And the letter was talking about his mom. Now, Atticus do not know his mom like that. I guess she died before birth, not before birth. Good God. I guess she died after when he was little, basically. So he don't know his mom like that. But the letter was talking about she has like some sort of birthright for him or whatever. So that's why his dad had left, so that he could go find more stuff out about his mom. And so Atticus told that to Uncle George, and Uncle George was like, I don't think, you should go there. I don't think, because the letter had a place that he should go, and it was called, you would think I just did not watch this show. What was the thing called? I would have everything somewhere around me so that you all know, but it's hard to remember names. It wasn't Arkham. Arnhem? Yeah, because I think it was a K, or I think he thought it was a K, but it was really a D. So I think it was Arnhem, and that's where it was telling him to go. And George was like, I really don't think you should go because we don't even know where that's at. And he had to convince George, and George runs a Negro travel agency, so he helps Negroes. Why do I keep saying Negroes? He helps black people go to wherever they need to go safely. That's his job, because again, it was during Jim Crow and we couldn't travel nowhere. So that was his job, and he was like, okay, I will help you, because Hippolyta wanted to go. But he told Hippolyta, nah, stay back. I got this. We're going to be good. So let's go to Letitia. And that's who I am. I am Letitia, if you haven't figured out already. So let's go to Letitia and her sister Ruby. Now there was a block party going on, and Letitia, we still don't know like what she is, like what she does. I guess she's just a nomad. She just goes wherever. I don't know, traveler, discoverer. I don't know, but she always have a camera. And she was at the block party visiting her sister Ruby. And Ruby is a singer, and she will be, at first I thought Ruby wasn't going to get her own arc. I thought she was just going to be like that darker black skinned girl that, you know, doesn't just to the side, you know, but she actually get her own arc. So I was pretty surprised by that. But this first episode. So Letitia gets up on stage, greets her sister, sings with her, yada yada yada. Now that's where Letitia sees Atticus. And Atticus and Letitia knew each other as kids, but Atticus wasn't the big buff guy that he is now. He was a little skinny, scrawny little dude with glasses. And so she saw him, she noted him, and we move on to the day that George, Atticus, and we find out Letitia is going to travel to Arnhem. I don't remember why Letitia was there. I don't remember why she wanted to go on the trip or where she was going, but she traveled with them. So here's where the crazy stuff starts.
The plot thickens.
So they're traveling, they're doing their own thing, you know. The trip is good up until a particular point. And this is when they decide that they want to sit down somewhere and eat. Stuff gets real. Stuff gets really, really real. So they picked this diner because George had found it on like I don't know, Yellow Books. I don't know. He found it somewhere, and he wanted to try it out. Again, Jim Crow time. A lot of places black people couldn't go. And I'll tell you first, and then I'll tell you my thoughts afterwards. So they picked this little diner. It's a nice little diner from the outside. So they walk in, and there are two white guys. We got the server, and we got the dude that's eating. He looked disgusted. He's like, ew. Black people can't do it. Peace out. Like, he didn't even, I don't know if he paid for his food or anything. He walked out. Like, he could not be in the same vicinity as black people. So George walked up in there and he like, hey, you know, we just a little bit peckish. Can we sit down? Can we eat? And the waiter didn't answer him. So he like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna sit down then, me and my peeps. We're just gonna pop a seat. So then the waiter, he goes in the back. And Letitia, she's like, oh my gosh, I need to go use the bathroom. I'm about to go use the bathroom. George and Atticus is now sitting there at the booth. Now, I don't know how Atticus knew this. If somebody knows, leave it down in the comments below, but I would have never put two and two together. Now with Letitia, I probably would have found something off, but I don't know how Atticus knew. So Letitia was walking out, and she was going by the door where the waiter was talking on the phone, and so she did a little eavesdropping as black people do, and she heard that the waiter was like, yeah, I didn't serve them. There was 3 Negroes that walked up in here, and I guess the person was on the phone was like, I know you didn't serve them. I know you didn't serve them. And he was like, no, I didn't serve them. Not after what you did to Mrs. Whoever last time. And Letitia was like, hold up. What did you do to Mrs. Whoever last time? So Letitia was already a little bit like, hold on. We need to get up out of here. But then Atticus, he was asking, he was looking around. and he noticed the walls, or the camera zoomed in on the walls. And he asked Uncle George, he was like, why was the White House burned down twice? And Uncle George was telling him like the war had happened, they had the slaves to paint it white to cover up the burn marks. And Atticus looked at the white wall and he looked at the ground and he moved the towel over and he saw that there were burn marks underneath the towel. And he was like, oh crap. And that's when you hear Letitia like, we gotta get the H up out of here. Like, let's go. Let's book this crap. So she runs straight out the door. She don't look back. She don't even check if Atticus or George is behind her. She like, I'm out of here. She gets in that car. Because there was a point in the episode where they was like, she can't drive. I guess girls couldn't drive. I don't know. But she was like, F that. I'm about to get in this car. I ain't about to deal with the burning down of this building. So she gets in the car. Then you hear sirens. You hear like a fire truck. And then you see a truck full of white dudes with guns just coming down the street. So Atticus and George hops up in the car because George was like, let me drive. Letitia was like, boy, if you don't get in this car, I will leave you. So he gets in the car with her. They drive off. Now they are booking it, like going. And these white people would not stop. Now the fire truck stopped. They was like, nah fam, you got that. But the other white people was like, nah, we about to get some Negroes today. Like, I don't know what was wrong with them. But they was chasing after these black people. And so Letitia is driving. She is putting her NASCAR, whatever you would call it, to work. She was gone. And Atticus had a gun, so he was shooting at the white people were shooting at them. And here's where we come to a crossroads. Now there is a car coming this way, we got Letitia coming this way. So at some point in time, if this car don't slow down and it keeps going the same speed, which I don't know why, because if you see a car coming really fast this way, you know it ain't going to stop at the stop sign. I don't know why you would go as equally fast, but whatever. So Letitia's going this way. The white people are also following her going this way. The car's coming this way. Now, when they are here, George is like, Letitia, what you about to do? Like, are you going to stop? Are you going to go? And Letitia's like, we got to go. We can't stop because if we stop, we're going to get shot. So he's like, okay, but Letitia, this car is not going to stop either. So what you about to do? And Letitia's like, dude, I am Letitia, mother effing whatever her last name is. And so she went straight past that car before the car got to her. But the white people wasn't as lucky. So the car went right in front of the white people. And I kid you not, if you watch the show, the truck never touched this car. But somehow the truck flipped over. And you see the white person that was shooting at them, he just went spat. And I was like, I ain't saying you deserve it, but you kind of wasted your whole day trying to shoot at black people. I'm just saying. So after that, you see Letitia stop the car because she's like, what just happened? How did they flip? The other car ain't even touched. And you see Atticus get out the car. And then that's when you see a white woman, blonde hair, blue-eyed white woman get out the car. And she looks at them. And he looks at her. And then he like, Letitia, let's go. And they drive off. That's the first part. There's some more that comes. So that's the first part. That's where I was like, oh, this is different. This is nothing like I've seen before. So this is also before like I knew Supernatural was in the show. Like again, I didn't know what to expect going into this show. So after that, they're still trying to find this Arden place. And so Atticus is driving around. George is like, look, Atticus, I don't think that it's anywhere in here. And Atticus, I guess they're all getting to a point where they're kind of like agitated with one another. And Atticus is like, look, just stop the car. Or I guess George was driving. So just stop the car. I'll look. Maybe the bridge has been grown over because it was in the forest. Now, mind you, before they booked on this trip, they stayed with Letitia's brother. The brother I guess he helped them out with like finding more about Artem. Artem has not been around, or has not been hasn't been like taken down as a place since like early whatever. So it hasn't been around since then. So he was telling them though that there's a sheriff, of course he's white, who don't like black people, and he doesn't like them to be out at night, because if they're out at night, he does not care. He will shoot you and ask questions later, just like now. Anyway, so he's like, you do not want to play with the sheriff, and if you, for some chance, for some miracle, don't run into the sheriff, you gotta worry about the wild animals. So between you and the sheriff and the wild animals, I don't know who you want to be left with long between the two. And they were like, okay, well, we'll still go because we need to find this place. Like, I need to find my dad, and I need to find more about my mom, because we know the mom's dead. So they're going down the stretch of road, and you see them get out. You see Atticus and Letitia get out. They're looking at birds. I don't know why. They're looking at birds. And you see the sheriff drive on behind them, park his car like a little ways away from them, and you see him get out. Now, there's just 2 black people and 1 black person in the car. That's George. For some reason, the sheriff is like, get out. Like, they already done something bad. He's like, get out the car, put your hands around your head, whatever. Like, tell me why y'all here. And George is like, we're here because we're just traveling, yada, yada, yada. And the sheriff was like, do you know what the sun don't set, or sun whatever means? And George was like, yes. And he was like, okay, well, I can't have you around here at dark, because if I have you around here at dark, we don't know what will happen. And George is like, okay, well, we will try to make it out of here before dark. And the sheriff was like, well, there's only 7 minutes before the sun sets. And Atticus was like, we'll make it out of here in 7 minutes. And the sheriff was like, oh, you think you'll make it out of here in 7 minutes? You a smart little person. And Atticus was like, yeah, we will make it out of here in 7 minutes. And the sheriff was like, well, if you speed up, that means I also would have to stop you, and we still don't know what will happen. And Atticus was like, I won't speed up, we're gonna make it out of here in 7 minutes. And the sheriff was like, okay, well, I'll let you go if you say that it was some ridiculous, demeaning thing that he told Atticus that he needed to say. And Atticus said it, and the sheriff let them go. Now, here's where things get even more like, what the fudge. So the sheriff let them go, and they're trying their best. Like, I'm over here, my heart racing. I'm like I'm in the car. Like, Atticus is trying to drive the speed limit while at the same time trying to make it out of the town in 7 minutes. So he's driving. The sheriff, you don't see the sheriff until like 2 minutes. Till 2 minutes is left, and the sheriff is just going, like, hitting them from behind, and I'm just like, sir, they can't speed up, they got 7 minutes, what you want them to do? Obviously you hitting them isn't gonna do anything, because they need to still make it out of this town. So they are like, Atticus is sweating, Letitia is sweating, everybody's sweating. Atticus like, get the gun, because if push comes to shove, we just gonna shoot the sheriff today. So Letitia got the gun just in case. They're like, how many more minutes is left? And they're like, 1. How many more seconds is left? 50. How many more seconds is left? 40, 30, 20, 10 seconds is left. And right at that point, they pass through the county line. So that's where the sheriff stops. Now, and this is how I put ketchup on my fries. I don't know why. I feel like you get the right amount of ketchup. If you want the meat sweats, this would definitely give it to you. So, I don't know when the sheriff had time to call other policemen, but he did. So, they passed the county line. You thinking, hey, hooray, we good now. No. No, you're not. Now, they passed the city line, and all of a sudden, there's a whole barricade of police. And the sheriff rides on right beside him. So now you're thinking, oh crap, this is only a 1 episode show. They about to get shot. That's it. Nothing else. Case closed. So the police take them to the woods. And they're asking them like, why are you here? Yada yada yada. Now, the thing that the sheriff caught on to is when Atticus was talking to him, he said his name. And the sheriff was like, how you know my name? And Atticus was like, oh crap, I did say his name. So the sheriff, they was about to shoot all of them. But here's when the supernatural started coming in. I was blown away. But you see like this creature come out and bite off one of the cop's head. Just plain, clean cut. And you see them like shooting at the creature because for some reason, the first thing that anybody wants to do when they see something they don't understand is shoot at them. Now I understand, you should, but if the shooting does not work, don't keep shooting them. Obviously, that's like shooting at Godzilla. How many bullets do you think it's going to take down Godzilla? Not enough. Not as much. And even though America loves guns, we ain't got enough. Okay? So the creatures start coming out. And Atticus and Letitia, they book it. Let's go. Now George was supposed to be with them, but George did the white people horror movie thing. He tripped, and we didn't see George again. I'm kidding. We didn't see George again. But Atticus and Letitia book it. They book it to this little cabin, and they lock the door. They're like, no, we're not letting nobody in. Now, the police and the sheriff, they came to the same cabin, and they're trying to get in. They're like, hey, let us in. Now, I wanted to let them in. And Letitia and Atticus had the same mindset, because they was like, we ain't letting you in. So he was like, oh, okay. And he shot through the door, and they let him in. Now, once the sheriff, and because the sheriff been bit, we saw that the sheriff has been bit. And once they get inside, they're over here like yelling at each other, yada, yada, yada. And Atticus was like, okay, well, look, we're gonna have to figure something out. And that's when you see George just volleying to the cabin, just as if creatures ain't out to get him. And he's like, look, they're scared of a light. And if we can get the car, that has the headlights, and then we will be able to make it. And so Atticus was like, okay, well then I'll go. But then the sheriff was like, nah, fam, you're not going to go. We're going to have the girl go. And I just want to say, shout out to Letitia in this show. Good Lord. That girl been through it. I can't even tell y'all what happens to the girl, but just know, out of all the characters, Letitia been through the most. Okay? The most. So they just volunteer Letitia. Letitia's over here like, I can't do it. Atticus like, you're going to have to do it. So Letitia, now here's the stupid part. There was 3 flashlights in that cabin. George had one, the police officer had one in his gun, and the sheriff had one in his gun. Tell me why nobody volunteered their flashlight for Letitia. If the things are scared off by flashlight, why wouldn't you give Letitia the flashlight so that she wouldn't eat it? I was like, wow, oversight. But so they didn't give Letitia the flashlight. She's running, she's booking it, she's getting to the car, And she finally got to the car. She gets in. She trying to turn on the car. The car ain't turning on. The creature's coming in. Then she finally turns it on. It turns on. So she books it back to the shelter. Now in the cabin, you see the sheriff, the other cop, the George and Atticus. Here is where you know a black person could not. A black person could not. Or at least a black cop could not. So the sheriff, since he's been bit, we're going through like a zombie-ish kind of thing, he starts to turn. He's turning into them. The other cop has a gun. He's looking at him shift. As if this man is just going to be like, oh, you one of my cop friends. Okay, I'm not going to kill you. Obviously, if you see this man turning, why do you take your time to shoot him? He didn't even shoot him. He didn't have the time. Because by the time that he even thought to shoot him, even though Atticus and George is like, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, he freaking, the sheriff turns and freaking kills him. So now they're in this cabin with the monster thingy, which was the sheriff, and I guess it's still a monster because he was a monster before. Okay, and Atticus and George, and they're trying to shoot it. They're trying to do whatever, and then Letitia just rams up in there, and she's like, "Get in!" And so they get in, and they book it out. Well, no, I actually take it back. They did not book it out. They were about to book it out, but there was too many creatures. So Atticus and Letitia started throwing like little fire or whatever, you know, the little things that you and you know what I'm talking about. That they started throwing that so that the light can detract the creatures, and it was working, but the creatures were still coming at them. And then you hear this whistle, and the whistle drives the creatures away. They completely leave. And that's when they were like, wow. So they get back in the car, they drive, and they hit a house, a huge little mansion castle thing. And they walk up the steps, and there they meet William. Oh, excuse me, William. That was the end of episode 1. And it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know like what was going on. I didn't know. I freaking did not know. And this show, it's freaking amazing. I freaking loved it. Now the one thing I will say, hold on. The one thing I will say, and it's something that I've been noticing and people have been bringing to my attention, is in these shows you don't see black women, like dark-skinned black women with dark-skinned males. And to me, that's a little bit like, dang, like, we can be in a horror movie too, you know, not horror movie, horror show. Like, in movies it's different, but in shows it's like it always have to be like a dark-skinned man with a light-skinned woman. And I don't mind that, but when you start seeing it over and over and over and over and over again, it's like, dang, we can't have any dark-skinned women with dark-skinned men, or light-skinned men with dark-skinned women. Like, I don't know what's going on in Hollywood, or why that just cannot be. But the girl that plays Letitia plays her well. She plays her good. And I'm just like, hey, I mess with it. I mess with it. Just the next show that they have, or the next show that I see that comes out, hopefully they just have a dark-skinned woman in it as the lead and not as the second lead like her sister Ruby is. Now, again, eventually Ruby did get her own arc. It's just that, you know, I just feel some type of way about that. But it's still a great show. Every freaking actor on there is amazing. Even the small actors are amazing. Like, the white people, I don't know if they're racist in real life, but they pulled that thing off well in the show. So I don't know if they like closet racists. I don't know. I don't know if they put out like racist wanted I don't know. I don't know. But it's a good show. You should definitely watch it. And this is an amazing burger. I ate half of it. Well, no, I ate more than a half. This is a fulfilling burger, especially with these fries. They give you a lot of fries in a big burger. So I'm saving the rest for later because I'm filming this early in the morning. So I'm gonna have the rest of this at night for dinner. But I'm telling you, if you want a good burger, go to Mix Up Burger. I got mine on Hosea Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. But I think they have one on like Boulevard. Crap. Let me give you like the actual addresses because I don't be knowing. So the one I got mine, they have one for Boulevard, Southeast Atlanta, and then they have another one for Hosea L. Williams Drive, Northeast. So I say give it a shot. It's really good. I will go back there, honestly. I will honestly give this, because it's giving me the meat sweats, I would give it a 9.5. The fries is a 10. I just love the fries. And then this is probably like a 6, a 7.5 probably, just because I like sweet things and this ain't as sweet as I would want it to be. But yeah, so next week I'm gonna leave it as a secret, but I will be another character and I think you all will like it. So that's it for this video, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe. That helps me a lot, and I know that you all like the videos. And if you have any thing you want me to do differently, just let me know down there in the comments below. And also, if you have any other places in Atlanta that you want me to try out, please also, I'm sorry, my phone beeps. Please also leave that in the comments below as well, and I will try to check them out. I will add them to my list. And I just want you all to have a great and amazing day, and peace out.